first edition of SHS this month. I'm Tax Rosetsky, and I'm here with Josh Rivera. To start us off, Joe, Josh, and James will talk about current sports.
Hey guys, this is Wide World of Sports, and I'm here with Joe McNulty and James Price.
And today we're talking about the Patriots, the Red Sox, and the matchups on Sunday. Yesterday, on Sunday, the Patriots played the Dolphins, and Mac Jones had his first start. James, thoughts on Mac Jones?
I feel like he was safe with the ball. I feel like he moved a little bit. I feel like could have been better. Didn't get the W, but
Yeah, I agree.
Pretty
Josh,
good.
what are your thoughts?
I think he played very solid for a rookie first game. I didn't expect him to play that good. Thought he was going to throw a couple picks, but he held it down.
Yeah, Damian Harris fumbled on the end of the
that
drive.
was a hard one.
Yeah.
Very, very critical.
The Red Sox also played the White Sox yesterday, lost to a walk-off. James, what are your thoughts on?
Team struggling to hit, but Hunter Renfroe played pretty well, as he always does.
Josh, thoughts?
No cap, I don't even watch baseball. I got that.
Bucks and Cowboys played on Thursday, and Tom Brady, Gronk, and Antonio Brown were insane with James.
Even though they're all like 40 years old, not old.
Yeah. Mad old.
Tom Brady don't crack.
Nah.
Still the GOAT.
AB caught a nasty touchdown. Gronk had 2 touchdowns.
Dak played pretty well, too.
The running backs were a little Ronald Jones fumbled.
Yeah, Zeke didn't really show up.
Yeah, Dak Prescott played well. Amari Cooper was nasty.
Coop's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Now we got an injury report from Sunday's matchups. J.K. Dobbins has been hurt. And then Gus Edwards tore his ACL. He's done for the year. T. Higgins got hurt. How do you think T. Higgins' injury?
He got carted off the field, but I think he'll be back soon, honestly.
How do you think his injury is going to affect the Bengals?
I think Jamar Chase will be a lot better now after the injury.
Yeah, I agree.
Lost defeat.
Jerry Jeudy also got hurt. It's a huge loss for the Broncos. How do you think?
That's pretty hard. Main wide receiver. He was on Juju's fantasy team.
Yeah, Juju's going to be safe.
Better be a tough loss for the Broncos.
Hopefully it's not long term, but Teddy Bridgewater looked good.
Yeah.
The Red Sox playoffs are coming up. They're entering the wild card with the 2nd seed. Whether they're playing the Yankees or the Blue Jays, I don't know. What do you think if we play the Yankees in the wild card?
I think we're going to win regardless, to be honest. We got Chris Sale back.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like they did, but
Yankees make me nervous, though. Josh. Our
baseball.
baseball expert. Thank you for tuning in to our first segment of Wide World of Sports.
And that's a wrap. We hope you guys enjoyed that sports segment. The NFL is going to be crazy this year. And next, we have an interview from Jess and Rinaldi.
Hi, my name is Rinaldi Lardon. I'm here with Jessica Madalena on SHS this month. Today I'll be asking you a few questions, if that's okay. Okay. How are you preparing for this cross-country season?
So over the summer, 6 days a week, me and the girls would be running about 5 to 6 miles every day to get our endurance up. And a few days we would do workouts on the track just to have our endurance and all our leg strength back for the season.
Okay, that's cool. I heard cross-country was hard, so.
Yeah, it is hard. But with the summer workouts, it makes it a lot easier.
A lot easier?
Because running in the heat is hard, so once you're in the season, the fall, it's a lot cooler, which makes it feel easier.
Okay. What are your goals for this season?
Our goals for the season are to win a few more meets and have everyone personally improve their times. We're looking to have everyone get a PR this season and hopefully get some more wins on our record.
Okay. Have you guys won any meets so far?
Not in the past few years, so hopefully this year we'll be able to get one.
Okay. Why do you do cross-country?
I do cross country because I love the people that do it. They're such great people. It's actually a very good team sport. I think a lot of people don't think of cross country as a team sport, but it really is. You'll have to work together to, beat the person in the opposing jersey in front of you.
Okay. Any rising stars per se?
Junior Elaine McCarty, she has been working so hard the past few years. She's such a strong runner. She's really going to be amazing this year.
Okay, that's good. What motivates you to run?
What motivates me to run, and I think this probably goes for everyone, is you just want to get better, you know, like everyone wants to get a PR. Like competitive people want to beat their time already, and knowing that goal you have, that makes you want to run faster and hit that PR.
Okay. Any ups and downs in cross country?
I think a lot of the ups is, you know, it's just a great sport where a lot of people, like, you can connect so easily with people, and, you know, once you do finish your race, you do tend to feel really great about yourself, knowing you did do something that hard. I wouldn't say there's a lot of downs. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. Like I said, like, it can be very tiring and exhausting on your body, but in the end, I think it's definitely worth it.
Okay. Would you tell, like, upcoming juniors, sophomore, freshmen to, like, join the cross-country team?
Yeah, I think anyone should join it. It's a very welcoming team. Everyone's super friendly and welcoming. There's absolutely no judgment. Everyone has to start from somewhere, and, you know, we're all willing to work together to help you reach wherever you want to be personally.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering our questions.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you, Rinaldi and Jess, for the interview. Now there will be a podcast about gaming with Yudi, Joe, and Arthur.
So today we're going to be talking about gaming topics, about video games, about whether it should be competitive, or if it's a word of art, or if it makes people more violent. Do you guys agree on that?
Let's get started.
Does gamers get more violent as they play more shooting games or something like that?
In my opinion, they don't. What do you think about it, Joe?
I agree. I don't think if someone plays like a shooter game that they're just like gonna go out and do something bad. Like, good people can play bad games.
I've been playing like video games since I was like 4, so I never killed someone. Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think I turned out fine also.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, but it can be also considered can it be also considered to be a work of art, or?
Yeah, because you're doing computer design to make them. So
I mean, it involves skills, and like someone's got to put the blood and tears on it. So I guess it counts like you need skill to become a good artist when it comes to video games, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't just happen in a day. You gotta work for.
Yeah, you gotta design all the stuff.
Take days, weeks.
It can take years to do it.
Plus,
exactly.
like, you gotta make the characters and like design them and like use the colors and stuff. So that's kind of art, in my opinion.
Should they be considered a sport?
It is, because I mean, it involves skills, right? You gotta be good at the game, right? It's not like just it's a game. Like, even Tetris. Tetris is like one of the first competitive games that you can think of, right?
Yeah, Pac-Man too.
Pac-Man, yeah. Also Pac-Man.
I agree. No, I think it should be like its own category of sport. It should be like an e-sport, because like I feel like when you think of sports, you go to like playing outside and like
Fields and stuff.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't discredit it, because it's still like competitive and you make a lot of money.
To play games.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, most players, they spend hours like getting better, and they want to do something to like show that they're good at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Some tournaments can like give you up to like $40 million on
I saw that,
if you win.
It's kind of crazy. It goes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that was the podcast today about video games.
See you next time.
We hope you like that segment. Now we have a GOAT debate with Miguel, Aiden, and Obi.
Today, we're going to have a podcast about who do we think is going to win the NBA championship for this year. Miguel, who do you think is going to win?
Personally, I think the Celtics could be an underdog for the season. I know they faced their battles with injuries last year, especially with Jaylen Brown towards the end of the season. But I think with their added talent and their new coach, I think they do have a chance. Obi, what about you?
In my opinion, I think it's going to be the Nets. I know what you're trying to say with the underdog, just like how this year the Milwaukee Bucks won. But in my opinion, I think that the Nets with KD, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, like they're all in like the top 15, 2 in like the top 5 basically. I think that they're going to easily win this chip. So who's another runner-up do y'all think?
I think the Lakers got it this year. They have Westbrook and AD. Their team's going to go crazy this year. Then they have LeBron. Those are the big three for this year. I think it's going to be... What you think?
I think that there's some other teams to look out for. I don't know if they'll make it to the championship per se, but some teams like the Heat, Nuggets, Jazz, Blazers, Philadelphia. I think they do have a lot of talent, and hopefully they can become championship caliber.
Yeah, I think that a lot of those teams that you just named are, you could say their names. I don't think some of them even go up for the champions, but I'll hear you out on that one. I think it's definitely going to be the finals. Nets versus Lakers. No ifs or buts.
That would be entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining, because this past finals, I wasn't really tuned in because the teams that were in it, but the other teams like the Warriors, like interesting teams, like I hope they can really make their show again.
I don't really think the Warriors will do much this year. I feel like even with Klay Thompson back, they're just not this. It's not 2016 anymore.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't think Clay will be the same.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back, but
No, I think Clay will be around the same because he's really just like a shooter. So I don't think he's gonna lose much of that. I feel like that's something like a real shooter can really just get back and go back into things. And just like people like PG-13, Paul George, he came back with a worse injury, I'm pretty sure. And he came back and was like straight. And now look at him, playoff P.
Do you guys know that one time Klay Thompson signed a toaster, and after that they went they went 30-1 right after that. So
yeah, maybe we should buy a toaster.
yeah. Speaking of the Lakers too, that LeBron James plays. You guys think LeBron is over Jordan or Jordan's over LeBron?
In my opinion, I think Jordan is far greater.
Far greater or just greater?
Far.
I'd
He's the
put
GOAT.
LeBron James.
You put LeBron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it's easier to say. We grew up in this generation. We did get to see him witness him play live.
Okay.
And his stats he does have better stats than Jordan.
it's not all about stats though.
Yeah,
It's not, but
because that don't mean Bill Russell's the best, right?
yeah, that's true. But then you can't use Jordan's 6 championships over LeBron's 4.
But
So what points would you put Jordan over LeBron for?
I mean, this isn't a debate show, really. I think this is what like a podcast, but I'll really put Jordan over just because about everything. He's just the GOAT.
His work ethic.
Yeah, work ethic.
He puts in so much time and work for his team. I'm not saying LeBron doesn't, but LeBron's there, but he's no Jordan.
He stayed. Michael Jordan also stayed loyal to his team, never switched up. LeBron is basically a team hopper.
Jordan did leave the Bulls.
Jordan left the Bulls because he retired and came back.
He still left the Bulls. I'm just saying. I think you forgot about that.
Okay. LeBron is a flopper, a fraud. That's all I can say. He pays the refs. Don't know.
Personally, I think one of the most underrated players of all time is Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
I mean, if you think he carried the Heat in, I think it was the 06 finals that they won. And I would personally, Dwayne Wade is underrated, and I say most overrated is Kobe. I hate to say it, but
yeah,
Kobe's great, but I feel like his greatness is overrated.
Someone I think that is overrated also, sorry to say, he was great, but Derrick Rose.
Yep, and especially his prime.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose in his prime is so overrated.
People say he was better than Curry in his prime. And people saying he would be one of the best right now. Yep. I mean, he had potential, but I don't think he would be.
Yeah, I mean,
top 3.
He had the MVP season, but I don't know if that team. I don't know if he could make that team win a championship. Personally.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't win a ring like that.
But yeah, so that's it for our podcast.
Next, we have Richie versus Jonah in a debate show. Jonah's up 1-0 because he beat Richie last year. Let's see if Richie can tie it up.
Hello, welcome to the debate show. Our contestants here, Jonah and Richie. And here we go. Our first topic is, who will win the Super Bowl this year? Jonah, 30 seconds.
I think the Bucks will win the Super Bowl because they got the GOAT, Tom Brady. They got all offensive weapons, and their defense is tough. It doesn't even matter. They're going to score every time they get the ball, and they just like that. They got Rojo, too.
All right. Yep. Rich?
I think the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl because they got famous Jameis. He's coming different, LASIK eye surgery, throwing 5 touchdowns. I'm expecting 6 next game, and they're just going to keep going up. He'll be throwing 30 in the Super Bowl with 0 interceptions. They got Michael Thomas. I know he has a hurt ankle, and he likes to whine a bit, but still a good receiver even when he's only running slants. And Alvin Kamara is a top 2 running back in the league. He's a great pass catcher, just an all-around stud.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So,
All right, so we'll
45-second cross debate.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jonah?
All right, so, yeah, you got AK, but we got Rojo. Rojo's really like that. And we got
Yo, you're talking about a second-string running back right now.
Bro, he's tough. He actually is
He doesn't
tough.
even start, though.
Last year he had like a 99-yard
He fumbled
touchdown.
last week.
Yeah,
And you know
true.
what defense isn't allowing a 99-yard touchdown? The Saints. They got
Yeah, I
Cameron
don't know about
Jordan.
that.
They got Cameron Jordan. He's locking anything Rojo runs up at him.
Nah, the
Right,
Bucks.
and
The
you
Bucks
see-
won last year. What makes you think they're not gonna win again?
Because they're
Who's
tired.
gonna stop
They're
them?
tired. Tom Brady.
What?
Old age is about to stop them. He's
Bro,
gonna get hurt.
their defense is dirty.
Okay, but their offense is
Even better.
pretty good. But the Saints, they just got that boom potential.
The Saints are alright.
All right. We're going to give our votes. So, Josh, what do you think?
Oh, sorry. Honestly, Rob, I'm definitely gonna have to give this one to the Bucks. Sorry, Richie. Sorry,
Josh goes Bucks. Joe, what do you think?
I'm gonna have to give this one to the Saints. I liked Richie's argument a lot. Solid.
I also liked Richie's argument. I'm going to go with the Saints as well. We're going to head over to our second topic. Who will win Offensive Player of the Year in the NFL? Richie, go.
I think Dak's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. He was leading the league in passing yards last year before he broke his ankle. And, I don't see a broken ankle in his future this year. I think he might throw for like 5,500 yards if the Cowboys keep letting him do what he does. He threw it almost 60 times last week versus the Bucks, and he absolutely shredded that defense. And I just think he's a really good quarterback, and he's got a great story. So I think he's going to win Offensive Player of the Year.
All right. Jonah.
I think Alvin Kamara is gonna win Offensive Player of the Year because even though Dak is he's gonna have a good year, maybe they gotta win games, and if the Cowboys aren't winning games, then he's not gonna look that good. So I think Kamara is gonna do better. He's gonna get 1,000 yards on the ground, 1,000 yards in the air, and they're just gonna win games. It's gonna make him look better with Jameis too. So.
All right. So we got our 45-second cross debate. Richie, you can start.
I just feel like that Jameis. What? I feel like Dak is just one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, and he has what it takes to throw the ball for 5,000 yards. And I think it's just if he throws for 5,000 yards after coming back from a broken ankle, I think he has Offensive Player of the Year in the bag.
And I don't know about that. They gotta win games. too.
Could Kamara throw for 5,000 yards?
Nah, Kamara's gonna run,
I don't
bro.
think so. I don't think so. I think Dak is just an all-around stud.
Nah, because they're gonna see that Kamara now has Jameis, a new quarterback, and he's gonna have a bigger influence on his team than Dak did. Because if Dak's still gonna be losing games like they did last year, then what difference did he make for
But
his
Dak's
team?
not going to be losing games. They only lost games because he was injured. You put a healthy Dak back in that offense.
He lost last week.
He
lost.
All right. It's pretty interesting. So our votes. Joe, you can go first.
I'm gonna have to give this one to Kamara just because I like Jonah's argument of winning games, and if they're not winning games, I don't see why I should get Offensive Player.
Josh.
I'm going to say the exact same thing Joey said. I feel like Jonah made a good argument.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm going to have to go with Jonah, so Jonah will win that round. The third topic, chicken or steak? Jonah, go.
Yeah, I think steak's better because you can cook it in 5 different ways. So whatever you're feeling, you just get it that way. But like when you eat chicken, like kind of tastes the same. Like you can put sauces on it, but I don't know. Like steak is just better because it's more expensive at the restaurants too. So you already know that it's gonna be better when you eat it.
All right, Richie.
I mean, your argument that steak's better because it's more expensive, it's kind of like that just means less people can have steak. You know, everyone has chicken, and like you can have it in like a ton of different things. Like you can throw it in a burrito, you can throw it in a fajita, you can make tacos. Mexican food's really good with chicken, but it's just you can cook it a lot of different ways, like steak. And I just feel like you're always getting some good food. I feel like steak can be undercooked and it can be like rubbery and pretty bad.
All right. Those are you guys' arguments. You got a 45-second cross debate.
Yeah, so like, what do you get in your Chipotle burrito?
Bro, I be getting that pork.
Pork? See, you don't even
Nah,
get steak.
But second, I would get steak. I would get steak.
You don't even get steak as your first option.
Bro, steak is just.
Chicken's the first option.
Steak is superior.
It's not superior.
It's above chicken, but sometimes chicken does smack better. So.
Yeah, chicken always smacks better. You ever have
not always.
You always have you ever have a steak parm?
Nah,
but I've had a chicken
parm. Have you ever
parm.
been to a chicken house? Bro, you go to the steak house to get steak. You don't get chicken.
But I can get chicken from anywhere else.
All right, tell me one restaurant
Chicken's
that
always
you
gonna
know that has good chicken. Like you just be like, oh yeah, their chicken's fire.
I mean, like literally any restaurant. No restaurant makes bad chicken, but I can name restaurants that make bad steak.
Like what?
Like, bro, have you ever had steak from like Olive Garden or TGI Fridays?
No.
That's some bad steak.
Yeah, it's probably cheap.
But I've had a chicken parm from Olive Garden that was amazing. Chicken's just better.
The noodles probably made it good.
No, it was the chicken.
Noodles were definitely smack.
All right. So I'm gonna give my input. I think Jonah won that argument, personally. Josh?
Richie, you don't put chicken on a burrito. You go with steak.
Joe?
I'm siding with Richie on this one. I feel like you just all chicken's good, but there's a lot of bad steaks.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, we're gonna give this one to Jonah, 2 against 1, and we're gonna move to our 4th topic. Who is the best player in the NBA? Jonah, go.
I think the best player in the NBA is LeBron because they call him the king for the reason, bro. Bro, he be shooting now, like, he's really crazy. He can dunk on anyone, he can drive, he can play defense. Every time he gets the ball, he's in a double team. Everyone's looking at him. And he be shooting from deep now, so he's really like that.
Richie?
I feel like KD's the best player in the NBA. Like, he came back from an Achilles tear, and he's still the best player in the NBA. His offense is amazing. You're saying, like, he can shoot from anywhere. He's a threat from anywhere. And he's just, like, he's unguardable, and he's a once-in-a-generation player. Like, no one else plays like KD right now in the NBA. And I feel like he gives defensive fits every night.
All right. So we're going to jump into our 45-second cross debate. Here we go.
All right, you said LeBron shooting from anywhere. The only place LeBron's shooting from is the nursing home, all right? He's old. he's frail.
Yo, he got crazy. Nah, bro.
He couldn't even bring
KD be shooting in his crib, bro, because he's a baby, bro.
All right, but this baby's dropping 40 any night. Like, LeBron's ankle's bad now. He doesn't have the same explosiveness. He might have been the best player in the NBA like 3 years ago, but not anymore. He's just too old.
Nah, but the thing is, now LeBron's a leader, bro. KD doesn't be saying
KD's a
anything.
leader?
Nah, KD needs Steph to be on his team. He needs a leader.
KD took a Brooklyn.
KD's not going to win a ring until he has a vocal leader on his team.
KD is going to win a ring this year.
What?
KD's going to win a ring this year.
Nah, he can't, bro. He can't win with Kyrie.
Bro, he was 3 inches away from his foot to beating the Bucks and going to the finals.
Bro, he doesn't say a word, bro. I never seen him say a word.
He doesn't need to say a word. He leads with actions.
Nah, LeBron be talking on the court. And
yeah,
and
he'd be crying
that.
on the court, too. He got poked in the eye and he laid down for 2 minutes.
All right. We're going to give our votes now. Josh?
Honestly, I'm just going to have to go with LeBron on this one.
I thought Rich gave a pretty good argument. I'm going to go with Rich.
also have to go with KD on this one. Take Richie.
So I believe the score is even, 2-2.
Yep.
And this will decide it.
What's the topic?
Final topic. Would you rather have toppings on your ice cream or no toppings on your ice cream? Richie, you will go.
I'd rather have toppings on my ice cream. Just the amount of variety you can bring to ice cream with like some toppings is like great. Like no one likes vanilla ice cream, but you throw some chocolate sprinkles on that vanilla ice cream, it's 100 times better. Like toppings can turn like a regular like boring ice cream just into one of the best like ice creams you've ever had. Like there are some bad toppings. Like who gets graham crackers? It's a pretty bad topping. But like get some caramel syrup or some chocolate jimmies, and those are like 10 out of 10 toppings that make any ice cream better.
Jonah?
All right, so let's say that you get candy. Let's say you get a cotton candy ice cream. You put hot fudge, you put marshmallows, you put all this, whatever, Oreos, anything you want. You like them toppings, you put Jimmy's. Bro, but then you'd be forgetting what actual flavor ice cream you got. So like, it takes away the flavor of the real ice cream because you're not gonna taste the cotton candy no more. You're just gonna be eating the graham crackers, like you said. Awful, like it's just so much better when you just eat the ice cream by itself.
All right, we're gonna go to our cross debate. This will be the decider. Here we go.
You're saying like you don't taste the, like you forget the flavor of the ice cream. I've never had like a coffee ice cream and been like, oh man, I'm just eating chocolate Jimmy's right now. I'm eating some coffee ice cream with some chocolate Jimmy's, and it enhances the flavor. Enhances the flavor, Jonah.
All right, but imagine having toppings on your ice cream every time you eat ice cream.
Yeah, it's great. It's the best. Like
you gotta
eat
it normally, bro. Then you taste all the flavors.
The only time I'll eat it normally is if I want to enjoy my toppings more. Like toppings is better than no toppings.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
No, because like when I eat ice cream with toppings, I don't forget that I'm eating ice cream and think I'm just eating straight toppings. I'm just having a better overall experience.
Yeah, but no toppings is also better than.
Yeah.
No toppings is also better for you.
All right, we're gonna give our opinions, our final opinions. So, Joe, what do you think?
I'm gonna have to give this one to Jonah.
I'm gonna have to go with Richie on that one. I thought he had a better argument. Josh?
Bro, this kid is
The final decider.
Nah, you're weird if you don't put toppings on your ice cream. You're weird. How do you
Richie with the W. That'll do it for our debate show.
Richie with the dub. Now it's tied up 1-1 with Jay Lee. Think they're going to have to run it back with a tiebreaker. And now we have Aiden with an interview from Ms. Trudeau with some questions.
How has teaching during a pandemic been for you?
It's been pretty hard because a lot of the stuff that I'm used to using, I had to remake and put all online and make it all technology as opposed to just our traditional ways. So that was difficult. And it's also been hard trying to connect with kids, especially last year, like over the computers. It was tough to deal with.
Okay. What is your goal as a teacher?
To make a difference in kids' lives. I know I teach math, but more so just making sure that people are the best versions of themselves that they can be.
What is your favorite class to teach and why?
My favorite class to teach is pre-calc. I like the content in it, and I like the kids that I've always taught, and it's always been a fun class for me.
Why did you choose math as a department to teach?
I've always loved math. It's been a very big passion of mine, I would say. And I'm also good at it, and I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I just didn't know what form I wanted to be in, and then figuring out something I was good at kind of just fit with me. The math department's great here, too. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching SHS This Month, first edition with First Period. And I'm here with Tag, and we're out of here.
Hope you enjoy.